Greetings, everyone. This is Jed Shlackman. I'm a spiritual healer and counselor here in Miami, Florida. And in this presentation, I would like to talk about the subject of our human personality perspective versus our soul's perspective, or the perspective of the higher self. As we go through our human life experience, we have a perspective that is evolving. It's greatly influenced by our biological drives, by our family and social programming, by the consensus reality of the society that we are living in. We tend to look at things from the perspective of what feels good or desirable, of what will give us what we perceive as success or happiness. Now, from our soul's perspective, things can be somewhat different. Our soul projected this part or aspect of itself into this human body for a particular range of experiences, and those experiences are not intended to be all peace and joy, not all love and light, and so on. They contain a contrast, both positive and negative, both pleasant and unpleasant. If we were to consider what choices our soul made when it chose these different lifetimes, we might discover that there is an intention to go through some challenging or difficult times in the human lifetime. Things that we may perceive as really awful or horrible to experience may have been things that we actually planned to experience before we incarnated. This is something I have seen quite often in working with people through past life regression sessions. When someone is able to proceed through the regression and come through the end of that lifetime and go up into the spiritual realm, where they're able to review those experiences and see things from a more expanded perspective, they are sometimes shown the purpose for a particular experience or circumstance in their lifetime. We might choose to be a slave, we might choose to be abused, we might choose to be someone who experiences being killed in a war. There are all kinds of things that we would like to avoid experiencing from our personality perspective, but which on some higher level have already been chosen to be experienced. Those experiences are challenging us to grow and evolve, to learn about things such as forgiveness, to learn about self-love, self-confidence. There are many things that we are here to learn by going through those stresses and challenges. If we were to be living in a society, in a civilization where everything was very smooth and harmonious, some type of utopian society where all our needs are taken care of, where there's no war, no violence, really no major competition, no crimes, etc., then there would be much less for us to learn and explore. We who are here incarnated on Earth, in general, have come here to gain these challenging experiences so that our souls can grow further than if we had just continued to exist in some type of planet, in a society where things are very calm and serene, where everything is in a very harmonious, a very equal type of social setting. Therefore, when we try to envision a perfect society, we are perceiving a hypothetical ideal, something that we know can exist. However, that is not necessarily what is meant to exist here in our earth reality that we and the fellow humans here are experiencing. If we were to, by the snap of our fingers, magically turn this society into something completely different, where all the things that we perceive as negative have disappeared, then those souls who are here would lose that opportunity to have those challenges and to learn through them. Therefore, it's helpful to recognize that everything in this reality has a purpose. Everything is there to bring souls opportunities to grow and expand their experience, to bring their creative capacity to a greater level. This is the perspective of our higher selves. Now, as our personality self, that identity construct that we spend most of our lives identifying with, from that point of view, things may seem very negative or unpleasant at times. There are things that we might wish to avoid, to escape from. Yet those are actually often the very things that we have chosen to come here to encounter. So it is helpful to start to look at things more from the higher soul perspective. From that perspective, we can pause and say, what can I learn from this particular situation, from these circumstances, from these experiences? And we can have compassion for ourselves and for others, since we are all playing these complex roles here on earth. We have chosen to play both positive and negative roles, to be victims and perpetrators of crimes. We have chosen to be impoverished and wealthy. We have chosen all different kinds of polarities. And yet the self that exists beyond this realm contains everything in a sense. It contains the potential for all these different types of roles or characters that we are playing. So our greater self is not in any way actually condemning what we might perceive as positive. It's just seeing it as part of this learning process. For those that would like to learn more about metaphysics, about spirituality, about healing and integration of the self, I would invite you to visit my website at www.phinsights.com. That's PHINSIGHTS.com. And you may also wish to view some of my other videos that are published on YouTube. For now, I'd like to wish everyone a good day. Namaste.